excited to go to a horse show this summer with Ethan. So excited. Why am I obsessed with the shiny piece of satin? No idea. But to get that shiny piece of satin, I've got to take Ethan off our property and go to a horse show. Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from BudgetEquestrian.com, where I share different ideas and DIY projects with you for you to make the most of the time that you have with your horse. And today I wanted to share something different with you. I wanted to talk to you about showing your horse. The cost of taking your horse to a show is extremely expensive. Not just the show itself, but everything that you need, the tack that you need, the new riding clothes that you need, getting your horse to the show. There's all of those expenses that go on top of the actual horse show itself. Just as an example, I wanted to take Ethan to a small dressage show at the Colorado Horse Park. It's about 25 minutes away from where I live. I thought it would be really fun. It's a small show. Like, this is perfect for what I want to do with Ethan, and I didn't think it would be that expensive. Well, I started figuring up all the costs, and this is just the cost for the show. This doesn't include getting him there and everything, but to have him there for 3 days for this horse show was going to cost me over $800 for 9 classes. That's 3 classes on Friday, 3 classes on Saturday, 3 classes on Sunday. 9 classes total, $800. And when I figured that out, I was just like, that's way too much money. I can't afford that, and there are a lot more important things that I could spend that money on instead of getting a shiny piece of ribbon that I really, really want, but that just doesn't justify spending $800 for a shiny piece of satin. And I still do plan on taking Ethan to some shows this summer. I joined the Parker Trail Riders Club, so they have a show once a month, and I'm really excited about that. It's small, it's a lot less expensive than going to the shows at the horse park. I will be going to the shows at the horse park just to watch the Grand Prix that they have every Saturday for 7 Saturdays in a row, which is awesome. But most likely I won't be taking Ethan there to show. It's just, that's out of my budget. That's out of my price range. I can't afford that. But the Parker Trail Riders, that's much more affordable. The classes are like $8 and you max out at, I think it's like $75. And they have a really fun program where you can enter as many classes as you want and you can max out. So I think it's like $75 or $80 is their max out, and then you don't have to pay anything more. And it's a little bit less expensive too, because now I'm a member of the Parker Trail Riders Riding Club, so I get that benefit, and then I get to compete for awards at the end of the year. But what if you don't have a riding club close by? What if you don't even have any horse shows close by? And especially, what if you can't afford to go to a horse show? Are there any options for you? Yes, there are options if you can't afford to take your horse to a show. The option that I found, and it might sound crazy, but they actually have online horse shows. Yes, you heard me right. You can actually participate in horse shows online, and you still get the satin shiny ribbons. If you've never heard of online horse showing, there are 3 different websites that I found that you can go to, and you can enter classes online. They typically run for a month at a time, which is really cool. So if you want to enter like one class 5 times because you have 5 horses, I guess, then you can. You just pay a separate entry fee for each entry that you have. Some of the classes that they have are photography, so they're photo classes. You send in a picture of your horse or whatever that class is. And some of them are video classes. So you can video yourself doing a dressage test or a horsemanship pattern, things like that. You upload it to YouTube or through their media uploading site, and then someone judges your ride, which is really cool. You're also competing against people all across the world. So this is like an international horse show. That's pretty neat, I think. And the best part about showing online is the cost. It is really inexpensive to do this. To enter the classes cost anywhere from like $3.75 US dollars on up to about $17 per class. There's no office fees. There's no stall fees. There's no, none of that stuff is involved in it. You're basically paying for the entry for the class. Now, the 3 websites that I found, they're all located in Great Britain or the UK. So if you do place in a class and you get a rosette, then they do ask that you send a little bit. It will cost a little bit more for them to ship your award to you. But still, that's way more reasonable than going to a horse show, my opinion. The 3 websites that I found that you can participate in horse shows online are, can you guess what it's called? Horse Shows Online. This is a really fun website. They have a majority of photo classes every single month. I think the last I looked in for March, and I want to say there was 17 classes, but I'm not 100% sure. They also had a couple of video classes, but they were really reasonable. The classes were £3 or 3 British pounds to enter. So I figured that is about $3.75 US dollars to enter each class. They also have a bonus class, so that if you've entered a class, then they have a bonus class you can enter and you don't have to pay the entry fee, which is pretty neat. The next website I found for showing online is called Interdressage. And this one is really neat. They have a lot of classes as well. They basically are video classes. So they have different sections. They have juniors and seniors. So I think it's under 16 and over 16. But they have horsemanship classes. They have dressage patterns. And you can actually get the dressage pattern from their website. So you'll actually do that dressage test. They have a lot of different tests that you can do. It's pretty fun. They also award rosettes, so the ribbons, woo, shiny ribbons. And some of them actually have prize money too. So they put a portion of the entry fees back into the class. So if you had a ton of people that you were competing against, you might actually make a little bit of money. Kind of a cool concept. And the last website that I found, it's called Dressage Anywhere. And this one looks really neat. This would be like my 3rd step. So I would start with Horse Shows Online, then Interdressage, and then go to Dressage Anywhere. So they have British dressage tests and FEI tests. They have like real simple ones all the way up to like Grand Prix dressage tests, which is really interesting. So you could totally start off with just doing walk trot with your horse, and you could work up through the different levels of dressage and have a whole bunch of ribbons to show for it. And I think one of the neatest things about this is you don't have to leave where your horse lives. So if you don't have a horse trailer, if you don't have any way to get to a horse show, if you have a video camera or even a camera for Horse Shows Online, you can enter classes and you might actually win a ribbon for it. Have you ever wanted to show your horse, but for whatever reason didn't think you were able to? Well, I just gave you 3 different websites you can go to and you can show your horse. If you'd like to learn more about any of the websites that I talked about in this video, they're down in the description box below. I have links to Horse Show Online, Interdressage, and Dressage Anywhere. These places have been around for a while. Like Dressage Anywhere just celebrated their 7th birthday. So that's pretty cool. They've been around for 7 years. But I'm just excited that there are options that I can actually participate in a class or a horse show without having to leave my home or my property, and my horses can stay here. And it's just a lot more convenient for me and maybe for you as well. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you're new here, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Until next time, stay passionate and enjoy your ride.